We are assembling the Buggo VersaBug, our first digitally controlled tractor. We're connecting it with the Miller XMT 350 Pipe Pro. This is the junction box that has the PLC itself in it. It has a current sensor, it has a voltage sensor box, and various connections to different power sources. This box can run with an analog CV machine like the Miller-Matic, or it can run with a digitally controlled machine like the Lincoln S500. So this is what I call the front of the box. This is where the connections go to the tractor. We'll start on this side. This is the back of the box, gas line coming in. This is the communication cable to the welding power source. We are using again, analog power source, so we have a standard analog cable. And simply plugs in. It's a quarter turn bayonet input power. Just like most of our Buggo products have this little slot, and when I turn it around, that's where we'll connect our shielding gas. This is our input cable to the power source. This power source is set up with DINS connections. We will be using an adapter block to go between the Tweco connection and the positive lead on the power source. Other thing, obviously you're going to need a ground, so we'll put that in. Now, other end's already connected to our work. Next thing for the power source is this, goes in the 14-pin connection. That's input power. Plug it in now so we don't forget later. There we are. Okay. Now, the output side, the side that goes to the tractor, is an umbilical cable. It has the welding power, so it goes to the current sensor box. And typical Tweco twist locks, what we're all familiar with. Gas hose, quick connect. That's actually a keyed quick connect. This is the voltage sensing lead. It goes over here on this side. There, over here. And this is the EtherCAT cable. And that's one of the unique parts of this tractor. It is communicates over EtherCAT. What that allows is very fast communication, and allows us to have a very intelligent, if you will, and that it can memorize. It will have programs loaded, etc. So that is what needs set on the junction box at the power source side. Now we'll work on the tractor side. The umbilical cable and the torch are one part, one long part. This is the vertical slide for the torch axis. Again, very simple. Has one of our Bug 5462 blocks that allows us to get torch angle, lead angle, and drops on a post that's already installed. This is the EtherCAT cable to control the vertical height slide. Another unique part about this system is that the cables are daisy chained. So they go into the tractor. You'll see in a moment we connect into the tractor, then we come out of the tractor and we go to the wire feeder, and come out of the wire feeder and we go to the height slide. Quarter turn connections. Now we put the torch on. Has the quick connect that we've used for a number of years back with our Piper. So this plugs in, and you can see this pin will snap into place, and there are holes in the side of this bayonet. So it slides in and twist it, and it there snaps in place. This also tightens down to hold the torch in place. I'm going to rotate this a little bit so that while I'm working, I have some space. Now, next thing connects is inside this lead is the solenoid for our shielding gas. So we have to connect that. They're keyed, one male, female, and then female, male. Next step is to put it in the strain relieves. It's like always with any machine, but we preach this pretty strong here at Bug-O, is try to put your cables in strain reliefs just so that they don't catch on things and pull your gun out of position. Putting your cables into a strain relief can save a lot of hassles, a lot of problems later. And tighten down the wing nuts, and there it's located. Okay. We'll move the tractor up on the pipe so we can see the backside a little better. There we go. Now, this cable's coming out. You can see them listed as, push this a little farther forward, as here's the EtherCAT out to height slide. Well, it actually goes to the wire feeder first and then the height slide. And EtherCAT in, well, that's what this is. It's coming from the box on the side. And captured that. EtherCAT in. This goes to the middle connection. These are keyed also. There are 3 pins in the bottom, and then the power pins, and then the communication pins. And we have to be cautious of putting those together. The next item is our pendant, which is very unique in our machine. Our nice large pendant. I'm going to put this down so we can connect this. I send it through here. I put it through the strain relief just so that if it gets out of position, it's got something to hold it. I'll loosen this up again. That in. Now the pendant itself, got this little catch on it, and we can hook it on these rings on each end of the tractor just to keep it in proximity. Now let's back it down again. Again, the has the same carriage installation, same clutches that all of our other products have. Nothing really unique there. Okay, so next up we need to put power to it. So power to the power source and to the junction box. And in a moment here you can see the pendant lights up, and it will, like any computer, it takes some time to come to life. Didn't do this yet. This is a couple of Velcro strips that allow the cable to attach up here to the top handle. It just makes it a little more in control. Keeps things from being out flopping around. I try to put them all the way to the ends of the handle, and just try to keep things as tight as we can. There we go. There she comes. Okay, so we have the operation screen. Now we can jog the tractor wherever we want. And these joysticks allow us to move the tractor forward and reverse, move the horizontal little linear arm back and forth. This allows the height slide toward and away from the work. And it's hard to see, but you can see the wire feed spool, so we can jog it in both directions here. So now let's put some wire on it. For our work today, we're running gas shielded flux core. Take our wire hooked off the edge of our spool, go through our window here. Cut the loose end through one end of the holder here. Pass it through our guide tube. There we go. Out of the guide tube and into and now if we pull our wire right through and out the other side. Okay, and latch that. And place this in the little holder and tighten down the screw to hold it in place. So now we have our wire from our spool through our guide tube into our wire feeder. Now we put our wire into our liner. Coil liner just floats in this guide. There we are, push it up in. Goes down inside our torch. Take our nozzle and tip off just like standard practice. And again, jog the wire. The longer you hold it, the faster the motor will run. Same with travel, same with any of the jogging functions. And there's our wire. We'll cut the bent part off. Again, naturally going to bend a little bit of the wire as we come through the guide process. Tip on. Cup on. Little jog, make sure we're out far enough. Yep, there we go. And now we put our torch into welding position. Put that in the, it'll snap right in, and we tighten this up. Now, change any torch angle we might like. Try to get as normal to the surface. That way. Those who've used Buggo in the past, you'll see that these are very familiar, all of the various connections, or at least the parts that hold the torch in place. Have a little cover to put on your spool. There you go, and you still have a window to see how much wire you have remaining. Now we can move the torch where we'd like. We're just gonna about center, take the drive down, move over, down, over. And now from there, I already have a pass saved. And here's what power source we're connected to, the travel speed. This is a drive speed. We're running a stop on dwell, but this is our actual across the ground or across the work surface travel speed. Our current, our wire feed speed, and our voltage. Our height control is enabled. And to start with, I can press the start button. And now we see what the motion will look like. Stop. Drive the torch up in the air a little bit. There we are. Okay, let's get our gas connected, get our cables on, put our hood on, and make a weld. Jog it up in the air, bring it backwards, have it off to the side. We'll chip the slag off. One of the advantages is all the simple but very handy controls. So I can quickly jog it out into position, down, backwards, all just from my pendant here. As I made a few changes, you can see compared to when we started, this corner up here that tells us our pass name and number. This is red. That means I've made changes while I've been welding. And I like the changes that I made, so I'm going to save them. Now, right now I'm in admin mode. It's another detailed video that you can find, but the admin mode allows us to make changes and save changes. Preview, see what the weave looks like. This knob down in here is for fine steering. These can jog you into position, but when you're welding, you want to make fine adjustments. And this is an encoder, and you can feel that in it there are small clicks, and each click is 1/2 of about 22 thousandths, half of a wire diameter when you're running 045. Turn off the preview. Let's run up into our other pass. Here we go. Another nice function that we have on this tractor, one, of course, is the speed that it can jog from place to place. But now that I need to run the other side of the joint, I can simply change the direction of the tractor on my pendant. And now all of the functions, all of the program is reversed. So left is left, right is right, steering is proper. Just makes it very nice when we have to go to the opposite side of the pipe. Arc is armed, height control is on. Okay, here we go.